There are a few key times in your life where you're going to be forced to make a decision. That decision could change who you are at the end of your life, or it could immediately change who you are exactly right now. And if you watch YouTube videos and follow influencers or subject matter experts in order to learn, I'm going to ask you to make one of those decisions today, and it could very well change your life. My name's Rakidzich. This is Airbnb Automated, and by the end of this video, I hope to change you for the better. Let's get serious. Welcome back, Airbnb family. So first off, I want to give a small apology. This is actually part of the whole video here. I've been doing this for a couple years, and I am letting more and more of who I am come out on these videos, and that is inevitable. I've done a lot of the very serious, educational stuff, but then I've been a little bit emboldened lately. I've seen it in the comments. A lot of you, not a lot of you, but some of you are like, I don't like what Sean's been doing lately. He's calling people out. He's getting a little catty. To give you a backstory with that apology, I've worked with newspapers for 12 years. Journalism is big, written truth is big to me, and I feel like if something doesn't feel right, people need a whistle blow. So I'm kind of a whistleblower. And to kind of lean on this apology, I've recorded a video that I'm not gonna publish. I pulled a Mark Twain, right? Except I don't have a wife to pull the letter out of the mail for me. I did a video and I thought it was awesome. I'm gonna reshoot it, but I was a little bit cruel when stating some of the facts against a person on YouTube. And I decided, you know what? I am getting a little bit overzealous here, and I know a lot of you want the facts of the story without much of the emotional run that goes with it, because some of you just don't like somebody who's overhyped and calling people out all the time. So for that reason, let me apologize, and for that reason, let me push farther. All right, I'm gonna push you here, and this is where I kind of want to take you. You're here to learn, and you want facts, and you want to know how to run your Airbnb business. You might want to learn how to run businesses in general. You might care about the journey that is business, not just about running an Airbnb property. There's a lot of you on this channel now, and some of you have a home and you're looking for a way to make that side income work, and I respect you for it. Some of you don't have a home that you can live in. You sleep in your car, and I feel for you all. And it's to those of you that I feel like I can do the most good. Those of you who are making $250,000 a year in your nice jobs and you're putting your vacation home up on Airbnb, more power to you, and I hope you earned it. I just actually watched that Jubilee video where they talk about millionaires versus people in poverty, and it was a really powerful video. I watched it because, of course, Graham Stephan was in it, and I did this, clap back to Graham Stephan, kind of all in the same topic here. I've been really watching other YouTube creators and seeing what they're trying to provide to the world, and I want to make sure that people are factual, so of course I'm kind of, getting in the mix. So with that said, there are people who really need hard truths. People need to be told what it is really like and what it really takes to be successful. And it's funny, the psychology of getting people to like a YouTube channel, there's a lot of education space on how to be a YouTuber. And they want me to tell you some story that makes me relatable. Like when I talk about how I grew up poor, my mom was abusive, and that stuff can go too far too, right? So we can talk about how anybody can make it in America, and God bless America because we can, but we can also kind of really just kind of lean on it, and almost we're over monetizing the backstory, right? But you don't need to hear my sob story about my childhood in order for you to really get the crux of it, that I was an undereducated, poor kid from Wisconsin who didn't graduate college and had under 1.8 GPA in high school when he graduated. You can be successful if you care, right? And if you take your lumps along the way. And this is the heart of what I think has made me successful, is that I've continued to learn and I've continued to hold myself accountable. It's called an internal locus of control, where instead of saying the world is the reason why you're failing, you constantly look at yourself and ask yourself why you're failing, right? What can you change internally? And by taking control of your life and deciding that everything is your fault, no matter what happens in this world, no matter how long shot of a concept it is to take responsibility for one of your failures, you need to kind of make that your go-to first. It's always my fault, no matter what. Even if it's not your fault, say it's your fault and still learn from it, right? Because if you don't take control of a failure, how can you learn from that failure if you parlay the blame elsewhere, right? So you may not like the tone. You may not like the accountability. You may not like the push. And I guess that's okay, but you're gonna have to learn to deal with it, because my question for you is, you're going to have to make a choice, all right? You're gonna have to make a trade-off here. If you want to grow as a person, this is going to be something that you have to make a sacrifice on. You can either guard your feelings or you can guard your future. If you choose your future, you're going to have to sacrifice your feelings. Your feelings do not matter when you're trying to grow. You're going to have mentors that are going to make you uncomfortable. You're going to have strangers through a YouTube channel that are going to make you uncomfortable. You're going to read books that make you uncomfortable because they are going to point the finger at you and show you the ugly side of the decisions that you've been making. In a roundabout way, let me say I'm sorry for my tone, but I'm not sorry for calling it how I see it, and I will reach through this camera and I will change your life if I can. And if some of you decide that you hate me by the end of this journey, but your life is better, I'll take that trade. Thank you for watching Airbnb Automated. I love you all, and I'll see you on the other side.